So, kind of at the moment, I'm just going through a series of kind of processes within the studio. One of them is amassing a lot of different objects from a variety of sources, kind of from op shops, discount bins after post-Christmas sales, just the ground, just things acquired from just like, a real range of sources. Found objects, purchased objects, building materials, sport products, natural forms, more synthetic forms, but all in this kind of slightly manageable series of scales. So here now it's kind of taking all these kind of objects I'm accumulating, producing these kind of small kind of clumpy patches, kind of distributing all these objects to play out this kind of quite broad and kind of diverse kind of object vocabulary, kind of organic-y kind of world of things that are kind of converging into these kind of dazzling kind of growths. So here, just to jump to this small section of kind of working on, so I'm taking these kind of clumpy forms and kind of thinking of these kind of ideas of these termite kind of mound structures. I mean, you could kind of infer lots of different things, but at the moment, that's a certain kind of model I've got. So I'm just kind of building all these things up with a kind of a structure in the middle and seeing where they go, almost kind of letting the clumps and the patches and the forms of them kind of mold and kind of define how these kind of termite mounds are kind of being constructed. And then I'll just continue to work into them, fill the kind of gaps, find crevices, to really extend the kind of caviness of these termite mounds, to give the forms that I'm working with at the moment a bit of a inside-outside relationship to their surface. So, there's this kind of collapsing of the inside of the structure and the outside of the structure, which is something that I'm kind of interested in for a whole bunch of different ways. I'm trying to examine objects in particular, art objects in particular. But yeah, so there's a lot of, I'm attempting to kind of get a consistency to these objects, but a bunch of different kind of colour formations that kind of flow through the different, termite mound structures. And you can't really see it at the moment, but these eventually will be kind of rotating and moving. But I think that's kind of on a loose level where I'm at.